What's going on, y'all? I'm Czar, and in this video, we're taking a look at a brand new plugin from Hit Factory. This is Hitverb. This is a convolution reverb that models 12 different rooms over 6 different Hit Factory studios. And this has some really cool UI features as well as overall features that I don't see in all reverbs. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. Of course, I'll have a link in the description if y'all want to check it out, learn more about it, or pick it up. All right, so we're going to be checking this out on a female vocal, and but first, let's go over the controls. So starting at the top, you have access to the presets. We click this and then go down to presets. We're going to show all of the presets we have available. I do kind of wish that they were labeled out between, things like strings, vocals, as such. But these are presets from when famous artists recorded in the studio. So these presets will be how things were set up when they recorded, which is pretty cool. Below that, we have your 12 different rooms. You can see here. And then as we go through these rooms, we've got a description of each room, which is going to give you some information of what songs or artists recorded in the room. We can see a layout of the room, and we can see a picture of the room. And that goes for all of these rooms. See if we just kind of switch through a few here. All right. Below that, we have our mix between wet and dry. We've got early reflections and tail. I like that you can link this. If we link the early reflections and tail, they will move together, which is nice. Middle section, we've got a high pass and low pass filter. We got your tail length, which we can make it longer or shorter. And then we have a carpet button, which will simulate laying carpet over the floor in these rooms. All right, and to the right, we've got our source. This is going to allow us to change the placement of the source mic, and we can do things like the width, height, and we can either change it from here, or we can also grab here and change it as well. And then lastly, we have 3 different mic options. We've got a U67, a 4038, and a MKH 800. All right, so let's kind of set this back to default. All right, so this is just the default settings that we have here when you first open the plugin. Let's take a listen to it on this female vocal.
Out here on my own, been doing my thing for a minute. I'm used to being alone, but I remember this feeling. Love, where did you come from? Not sure if it's the right time. I feel like I'm walking on ice.
All right, really nice sounding reverb here. Now let's go through these presets. So the way I like to use the presets, or I've noticed about using the preset, let's see, let's do vocal room. So we select vocal room, and it's going to switch to the studio. It's going to set the placement. Now, what I like about the presets is that once it sets this placement, we can now flip through these different rooms, keeping those same settings for the microphone or for the source with the distance and everything. But first, let's take a listen to this preset just the way it is.
Out here on my own, been doing my thing for a minute. I'm used to being alone, but I remember this feeling. Love, where did you come from? Not sure if it's the right time. I feel like I'm walking on ice.
All right, and then let's see. Let's find Love Isn't Ordinary vocal. Let's go with that.
Out here on my own, been doing my thing for a minute. I'm used to being alone, but I remember this feeling. Love, where did you come from? Not sure if it's the right time. I feel like I'm walking on ice.
All right, so that's using Studio L1, London. Now, what I really like about this is what I feel is a really underrated feature is I'm going to set this to Studio 1, Hit Factory 54, and we're going to go through these. What I like about this is once I've selected this and I kind of got my mouse pointer here, I can use the arrows on my keyboard to flip through each room. So let's do that.
Out here on my own, Been doing my thing for a minute. I'm used to being alone. But I remember this feeling. Love, where did you come from? Not sure if it's the right time. I feel like I'm walking on ice. Out here on my own. Been doing my thing for a minute. I'm used to being alone. But I remember this feeling. Love, where did you come from? Not sure if it's the right time. I feel like I'm walking on ice. Out here on my own. Been doing my thing for a minute.
All right, so yeah, that was the last one. So I really like that feature that you can use your keyboard keys to flip through the rooms, and that way you can quickly find which room you want for your source. All right, there's a look at Hitverb. Definitely comment and let me know what y'all think about this one. Again, I'll have a link in the description if y'all want to check it out, learn more about it, or pick it up. The price for this is $199, so kind of high. I don't see an intro price for it, so it looks like that's just the standard price for it. But one thing I can say about this is one of the most natural sounding reverb plugins I've used. It's not something that I would go to if I want a kind of a dramatic, what's the word? Just one of those dramatic reverb effects. No, I guess non-authentic, I guess is the word I'm looking for. I really can't think of the exact word I'm looking for, but this is a very realistic sounding reverb, very natural sounding reverb. This is something that I would use for, things like strings, like ballad vocals, a piano, something like that would be really good for this as well. Just a really natural sounding reverb, and it really sticks out compared to other reverb plugins that I've used, which has more, like I said, like kind of those creative effects that you can do. This isn't one that I would go to for that, but I have enough of those. But I really like this as a very natural sounding reverb. And I also really like this UI. One thing I say I would kind of like to see, because we can switch the mics and we see the color changing there. I would also like to see when this carpet is on, I'd like to see like a UI of, not specifically carpet, but just some kind of UI change in there to let you know that the carpet is on or off. I think that would be nice. But yeah, definitely comment and let me know what y'all think. All right, if you enjoyed this video, I appreciate a thumbs up. And if y'all want to continue to see content from me, then y'all know what to do.